immediate results.
Yeah, a lot of times you'll have an area above a cash register or like a refrigerated unit in a food court or something. And if birds are sitting on top and making a mess, you put the shock tape up there and you get immediate results. I mean, you put it up within an hour, they're never going to sit up there again. And we've seen that time and time again. And the warrant, we have a long warranty. The tape itself is warranted for 3 years. The solar charge is warranted.
Yeah, I was going to ask.
years.
That was the other thing. How long will a tape 54-foot roll? How long will that last?
Yeah, if it's outdoors, we expect about a 3-year life. If it's indoors, it could go forever because there's no sunlight. Sunlight eventually damages things.
And it can also adhere to wood, plastic, metal, all types of objects.
Good point. Yeah, and safe for children or anyone else that would come around it.
Very safe.
It's safe. We try to only put that where people are not going to touch it because it is a tad unpleasant for people. So we suggest if you're going to put it up where people can't reach it, or at least warn people that it's up there, or else you're going to get a little surprise.
Yeah, well, I had a little surprise this afternoon, but anyway.
Yes.
All right, you have a lot of satisfied customers around the world, literally, but around the country. We're going to go to New Jersey, I believe. Is that right?
Yes.
One of your customers named George, and hear from George personally about a problem he had that he doesn't have anymore.
This is George from Twin Pond Farm. We have a farm market, and we had a problem with birds, landing on the rafters in our farm stand and making, poop on all the produce and stuff like that. And it became a big problem. And we gave Tom a call over at Flockfree, and they gave us a couple ways we can go around it, or a couple ways we could take care of the problem. And one of the ways was buying this tape and hook it to a charger. He said, go ahead and try it, see how it works. So we set it all up, and as soon as we turned it on, within 5 minutes, there was no more birds in the farm market. And it was very simple to install. Tom told me what to do, and we did it all. We had it done in a few hours, and it works really well. There's no more birds at all that make nests or even come into our little farm market. It was a simple fix, and Flockfree took care of us well on it.
There's George, another great. You don't ever get tired, I'm sure, of hearing those kinds of testimonials from people, and it really makes it all worthwhile, I would think, for both of you.
You know what? If you make something that works, then you can just tell the truth to people. They never have anything to worry about. So, the last people on the planet you can BS is a farmer like George. That guy works morning, noon, and night. He barely has time to even answer the phone when I call him. So the last thing he's got time for is nonsense. So we give people something that works.
Tom Capps and Paul Rosario joining us. First time we welcome them to the family here of our networks at Flockfree and Make a Move. We talked about the shock tape before taking that break, and we mentioned the shock stick. By the way, something I didn't realize that we were introducing these for the very first time to our audience, and thank you for trusting us to share this with our viewers and listeners.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We heard a lot of good things about the people that watch your program, that they're do-it-yourself, hard-working people, and those are just the kind of people we're trying to reach.
All right, we have a stick here that's, again, for those on the radio, we're how long is this? Be about
4 foot long.
4 foot long?
48 inches long.
This is your shock stick, Paul.
This is the shock stick, yes it is. It's military-grade plastic with aluminum, again, aircraft aluminum leads, sealed ends. And what we do with this is we actually install these in trees. We create an artificial perch, basically. The birds land on this, they get a little static shock, and they stay away. And you can daisy chain these together in series. As you can see, there's leads here. There's female and male leads at the end. You could hook up multiple runs of these.
Yeah, our solar charger could do 25 miles of these. So this is
25 miles.
25 miles. So this is the first time ever that you can protect a crop or a grove of trees without having to use electricity. We use the sun. So we have a guy with a cherry tree. We put 4 sticks in a cherry tree, which is a pretty big tree, and the guys had 90% difference in the amount of cherries he loses. So we designed this to put in trees to keep birds from sitting on. And we tested it. And you make this the most comfortable perch to sit on, and the birds will sit on it, and they leave the tree alone. So it's really amazing. It's the first time ever.
I imagine people that park their cars under trees at apartment houses or businesses where they have trees. They look great.
Exactly. It's
people
very,
drive
very
in
effective.
and they come out. Their cars are a mess. It doesn't bode well for the business. They want to change that, so another application. Am I
Yeah,
right?
we had a woman call us, and she was recommended us because people know that we're a little different, about bird control, in a good way, But she called us and she said, we know we have these fancy cars parked in a parking lot. There's about 5 trees surrounding the cars, and the cars are getting pooped on so bad they're turning white. And she goes, the last guy suggested that I net the trees. I said, wait, we have something for you. And I described the solution to her, and they were very excited. We put 75 of these shock sticks in 5 trees, and the birds have been gone for the last 6 months. That's in New York City, so they got some really tough birds.
They got tough birds in New York City.
Takes a couple guys from New Jersey to take on the birds in New York, but we did it.
Right.
And they were very large trees. They were like 80-foot trees.
Yeah.
There were 5 of them, so that's why it took so many shock sticks. But normally, it doesn't take that many because once the alpha bird hits his stick, that's it. He takes the whole flock with him.
And they blend right in. You put these around a restaurant with the birds. Birds have a habit of roosting in trees around a restaurant. Then they attack the restaurant, the food on the table, and they go back to the trees. And now we can keep them out of the trees. So there are going to be a lot of uses for this in the future.
Rural America, again, always being aware of the people that have that rural lifestyle and how it might be applied on a farm, a ranch, an acreage, that kind of thing.
Yeah, protect your tomato plants, protect your cherry trees, protect your blueberry trees. Anything where a bird is coming down and attacking now, you have a 3-acre farm and you can't protect that crop out 2 acres away from your home except with a scarecrow that they get used. Now you can mix and match these in with a scarecrow or some other reflector type thing. The birds see the reflector. Sometimes you get hundreds of birds coming in on a field at one time. All it takes is 15 or 20 of them to sit on these trees, sit in the trees with the shock sticks, and they all take off. So it's a nice tool for
You can
someone
install
to
these in barns above.
create artificial perches, things like that.